So good morning everyone. So thanks for joining this session. So thanks for joining this research yoga project. So currently I am doing MSc in yoga therapy from S Vyasa University located in Bangalore. So this research, only this part of my research work is pending to get the master degree in yoga therapy. So thanks for joining this on a short notice. Now we can start uh, with our session. So first thing we need to understand what is stress, and then what is stress management, why we need to manage the stress, and how yoga helps in stress management. So initially we try to understand these concepts, and then we'll go directly for some of the yoga practices. The first thing is, what is stress? Can anybody uh, give me the definition of stress? What is stress?
Stress is the psychological phenomena of mental strain and pressure.
Can you speak little loudly?
Stress is a psychological phenomena of mental strain and pressure.
So, yeah, thanks Yogesh. So, stress is psychological phenomena of emotional stress and pressure. Good. Now, as per WHO, that is World Health Organization. So, World Health Organization is international body for maintaining and providing the health standards. So, as per them, stress is a state of mind in which you worry and feel anxiety under difficult situations. So, stress is a state of mind in which you worry and you feel anxiety in certain difficult situations. So, that is the definition given by WHO. So, WHO is international standard for health maintenance. So, they establish the standards of health management. But so अगर मैं डेफिनेशन देना चाहूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि ये डेफिनेशन जो है इट इज नॉट अ कंप्लीट डेफिनेशन बिकॉज आई हैव सीन पीपल हु गेट स्ट्रेस इवन इन वेरी नॉर्मल सिचुएशंस. कुछ लोगों को क्या होता है कि इवन इफ देयर इज नो डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन देन ऑल्सो पीपल गेट स्ट्रेस. अगर आपको कोई ट्रेन पकड़नी है तो आपको तो कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो उसका भी स्ट्रेस लेते हैं, उसको भी स्ट्रेस बना देते हैं. आपको कहीं जाना है, कुछ बोलना है, शाम को कहीं जाना है, तो आप स्ट्रेस हो जाते हो कि कैसे जाएंगे, लेट तो नहीं पहुंचेंगे. ओके. नाउ आई हैव सीन देयर आर पीपल लाइक माय सन who doesn't take stress in any difficult situation. So even when he was appearing for 12th standard exams, he was not taking any stress. So there are people. The main thing is we need to understand if there is stress, we have to manage it. Why we need to manage it? Because see, stress is psychological phenomena. Now we will try to understand some of the yogic concepts. So as per our yoga tradition, we have multiple bodies. This physical body, which everybody can see, it is visible, and apart from that, there are other total 7 bodies. Okay, so initially we understand only for 3 bodies, like physical body, and second one is physical body is at very gross level, which is visible to everyone, and second body is pranic body or energy body. Okay, now this pranic body is at very subtle level, and third body is mental body, मानसिक शरीर. सो हमारा क्या है, स्थूल शरीर, प्राण शरीर और मानसिक शरीर, ये 3 टाइप का शरीर हमारे पास है. मेंटल बॉडी इज मोर subtler than pranic body. So like this, there are 7 level of existence. As per our sense perceptions, our capacity of our senses. What are the 5 senses we have? Can anybody tell? What are the different sense organs we have? The ear,
Eyes,
nose,
ear, skin,
skin,
tongue.
tongue.
Eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin.
Okay, so we have these 5 sense organs, and all these sense organs, they have their own limitations. They have their own capacity, right? Like our ears, we can hear through our ears. Okay, now ears can hear, we can hear only sounds which are in certain frequency range. Okay, sound has its own frequency, right? Now our ear, they can hear only sounds which are in particular range of frequencies. It means we cannot hear the sounds which are above the frequency level and below the frequency level. We cannot hear those sounds. Similarly, for eyes also, see, when we see any object, try to understand one thing, when we see any object, we see it only through sunlight. Whatever we see, that is reflection of sunlight. So even eyes have their own limitations. We are not able to sense the objects what really they are. Okay. Similarly, all the sense organs have their own. See, as per yogic concept, each body, each matter had its own light. They have their own light. Now, when I see the objects, our eyes can see only through sunlight, reflection of sunlight. Through that we see. Now, all the matters, all the living objects, they have their own light. As per yogic concepts, as per yogic science, they have their own light. But we are not able to see that light which are which is their own original light, right? So I just want to explain you that we have all the sense organs, but these sense organs have their own limitations. Okay. Now the point I was trying to put you before, I basically कि when you get stress, what happens? You worry, you take, you feel anxiety, you get mentally disturbed, and if it is sustained, this stress is sustained for a long time. If this stress you sustain it for a long time, what happens? This disturbance, mental disturbance, gets settled in your mind body. Okay. Your psychological expressions, your feelings, after a long sustained period of time, they get settled in your mental body. Now, if they get settled in mental body, the mental body, from mental body it goes to pranic body, that is energy body. That is, see, the first layer is physical body, which we can see. The second one is energy body, that is pranic body. Then third one was the mental body. And all the mental disturbances, actually they get transmitted in the downward layer in pranic body. Now what is pranic body basically? See, as per yogic concepts, we have 7 in chakras. These chakras are basically the energy centers in our body. So these chakras are the energy centers, and they are located near to our spine, our back. Okay, so these energy centers, they take care of pranic energy flow in our body. These energy centers, they take care of pranic energy flow. See, all our body organs, for their movement, for their functionality, they need prana. Okay. Now, when your stress gets transmitted to your pranic body, that is energy body, then what happens? Then they block some of the energy channels through which the prana flows. They block the energy channels. If they block the energy channels, then what happens? These energy channels, they supply energy to your body organs. So obviously your body organs will not get proper prana for their functionalities. So such type of disorders are called as psychosomatic disorders. Psychosomatic disorders. It means 90% of our disorders, they belong to our mental body. And because of mental disorders, that get translated into physical disorders. Now, nowadays we see people, lots of people are suffering currently from high BP and diabetes, high or low sugar problems, asthma, and some of the heart diseases. These disorders are psychosomatic disorders. They are psychosomatic disorders. They don't have any particular cause. Till today, scientists are not able to find out what are the different reasons for diabetes, BP, and all these disorders. They are psychosomatic disorders. Okay, so now, as I told you, 90% of the disorders are psychosomatic disorders. Okay, now here the main problem is, now we need to understand one thing. If you want to manage this psychosomatic disorder, you have to keep your mental body in proper manner. You have to manage your mental body, because if you don't manage, then you will get into psychosomatic disorders. Okay, so that is the reason in yoga we have a different practices which help us to maintain our mental body. Similarly, we have to maintain our pranic body. Why we need to maintain it? Because pranic body supplies prana, energy, to all the body organs. So we have to keep even pranic body healthy. And finally, we need to keep our physical body also healthy. Now we'll come to the definition of yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is union of your individual consciousness and super consciousness. What is super consciousness? Super consciousness is God, भगवान जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So yoga is a science for integrating your individual consciousness with super consciousness. Yoga has been originated, the yogic practices, they all are copied from Tantra. Tantra is our oldest scientific system, Indian scientific system, Tantra. What is the meaning of Tantra? Tantra is a science of expanding your consciousness. See, whatever definition I am giving, those definitions are the only correct definition. Okay, Tantra means expansion of consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is awareness, Chetana, feeling alive, feel of being, existence. See, throughout the day, what we are actually doing, throughout the day, if you observe, see, nowadays many people talk about meditation. Okay, meditation का मतलब क्या है? ध्यान, ध्यान. ओके, मेडिटेशन का अर्थ है ध्यान. Okay, now who is father of yoga? Anybody knows? Godfather of yoga? Patanjali.
Patanjali.
Okay,
Patanjali.
so Patanjali is the first yogic scientist. See, I call basically yogis are scientists. Okay, because they experiment on their body, their mental body, their etheric body, and all other natural phenomena. They experiment on those things. That is the reason I called yogis as they are scientists. Okay, they are scientists and they explore the yogic science. So Tantra is basically expansion of your consciousness. And what is consciousness? Your awareness. being alive, that feeling, being. Now, okay, so yoga is a science for uniting your individual consciousness with super consciousness. Now, why it is required? Then you can manage your stress, okay? Then you can go beyond your senses. See, as I told you, your senses have their own limitations. Okay, whatever we sense it through our sense organs. Okay, so yoga helps you to overcome your senses limitations. Okay, then you will be able to see the realities, the reality of universe. Okay, now, so yoga helps us in maintaining the stress. Okay, now we'll directly go. Now there are different forms of yoga. There are different forms, different types of yoga, like Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Laya Yoga, Mantra Yoga. Like this, there are hundreds of yoga types. But the only objective of all the yoga system is expanding your consciousness. Okay, so that you go beyond your limitations and actually see what is there in this universe. Okay, now we'll directly go to practices now. Okay, some of the yogic practices we try to learn. So everybody please be comfortable on your yoga mat. So if you don't have yoga mat, you can take a blanket and fold it and just sit on that. Okay. Now we will sit in a particular position now that we call as Sukhasan. Sukhasan means the easiest meditation asana. यह सबसे आसान आसन है ध्यान का सबसे आसान आसन है. इसको हम क्या कहते हैं? सुखासन. सबसे पहले हम समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि आसन क्या होता है. राइट. सो एज पर पतंजलि, see, as I told you, Patanjali is called as father of yoga. He has written a text that is called as Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and in that text he has defined what yoga is. Okay, how to establish yourself in yoga. See, yoga is basically a spiritual science, and all the steps of yoga has been defined by Patanjali in his textbook. Okay, now we will see what asana is. Asana is a position in which you feel stable and comfortable. आसन वह स्थिति है जिसमें आप सुखी और स्थिर महसूस करते हैं, जिसमें आपको स्थिर अनुभव हो कि आप स्थिर हो और आपको सुख का अनुभव हो, उसे हम आसन कहते हैं। ओके, सो आसना is a position in which you feel stable and comfortable. Okay, now if you don't feel comfortable and if you are not stable, stable means it includes your physical stability as well as mental stability. See, mental stability is also important. See, there are lots of differences and similarities between exercises and yoga practices. Okay, people normally they come and ask me, what is the difference between exercise, physical exercises you do in your gym, and what is the difference of that exercises with your yoga practices, with your yoga exercises. The first thing is, yoga is not a physical exercise system, it is a spiritual science. It has nothing to do with your physical existence. It has nothing to do with your physical existence. Now, people get recovery in certain diseases, and those are only byproduct of yoga practices. They are only byproduct of yoga practices. The objective of exercise is what? To make your body strong, so that you can become powerful. हाँ? दूसरे को पकड़ के मार सकते हैं। आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है वहां पे? आपको स्ट्रांग बनना है, हेल्दी बनना है, सो दैट आप ये जिंदगी में सबको जीत सको, आप सबको हरा सको। जो मेंटल, देयर इज डिफरेंस ऑफ मेंटालिटी। व्हेन यू डू योगा, योर ऑब्जेक्टिव इज डिफरेंट, but when you do exercises, your objective is different. So ideally, what should be the case? You have to combine these two. Okay, being healthy is also important. Okay, but spiritually also you should be healthy. That is also important, right? So there are people who say don't do exercises, but I don't agree to those things, because exercises, they have their own place, and yoga practices, they have their own place. So we have to integrate both these things to get the maximum benefit out of these two things. Okay, with yoga practices you also get health benefits. Okay? But it is only a byproduct of yoga practice. Now, so sit comfortably, and I was telling ki you have to sit in Sukhasana. Sit straight and fold your legs like this. Fold your right leg, put it under the left thigh. Bend your left leg and put the heel under right thigh. Okay. Now you have to sit straight and you have to follow Gyan Mudra. This is Mudra. See how it is Gyan Mudra. You have to fold your index finger, fold it. It should touch root of your thumb. You should touch root of your thumb. This is the position. You have to keep other three fingers straight. This is Gyan Mudra. Okay, so you have to sit straight and keep your fingers in Gyan Mudra. Okay, now you have to keep your hands on knees. You have to keep your hands on knees, or you have to keep your palm joints on your knees. Okay, try to basically the knees, if possible, they should touch to the ground. Okay, if possible, then you are more comfortable. Okay, sit straight. Now, so sit straight means, see, you have to keep your head, neck, and back in a single line. You have to keep it straight. See, the science students, they must know. The science students, they might be knowing what the spine, the shape of spine is what. Anybody knows the shape of the spine? How it is?
S shape.
So it is S shape. It is like this. Yes, it is like S shape. Okay. So when I say sit straight, it doesn't mean that you put extra pressure, force, strain on your spine and you make it straight. Don't do that. Your spine will get damaged. Okay. Just the requirement is only your head, your back, your neck, all should be in a single line, straight line, right? And be comfortable. Okay. So this pose is called as Sukhasana. Now this is easiest meditation posture. Okay. Now other point is, one important point is that when you sit like this, then see, normally there is heart, and that heart circulates energy. It pumps out energy, takes in, pumps out blood basically, and that blood is circulated throughout your body. When you are standing, then your heart has to spend more energy or force to send blood to your body organs, to your legs. So at that time, heart has to work more. It has to spend more energy. But when you sit like this in Sukhasana, what happens? The energy is minimized. Whatever energy is required by heart for circulating the blood is minimized. Right? That is one of the advantages of sitting like this. The third thing is that when you sit like this, your breathing is appropriate. It is correct. Okay. But if you go like this, your head like this, or you put your head like this, your breathing system gets disturbed. So as per yogic concept, you have to, if you sit straight, your breathing happens correctly. Okay. So that is the reason in yogic practices we ask people to sit straight. Okay. Now we'll we'll discuss something about mudras. Okay. I told you what is this mudra. This mudra is called as, कौन सा मुद्रा है ये? मैंने अभी जस्ट बताया था,
ज्ञान मुद्रा.
ज्ञान मुद्रा. ज्ञान means knowledge mudra. What is mudra? Mudra is just one expression. It is very subtle yogic science. It is very subtle yogic science. Okay. Now just keep your index and thumb apart. Don't make them join. And whenever, now try to feel something. When you touch your thumb to your index finger, try to feel the sensation. Okay? Just touch your thumb with index finger and try to feel the pulse. Okay? Very gently touch your thumb with index and try to feel the pulse. That pulse is a flow of prana in your body through a nadi. Nadi means nerves, channels. Okay? So there are different energy nadis, energy channels in our body, and we are not conscious of those energy channels. We are not conscious about those channels. So yoga is expansion of your consciousness, right? Expansion of your senses. So this is the first thing. If you do this, if you can feel the pulse, you can feel prana, energy channeling happening between these two fingers. Right? Now, अभी कुछ लोगों को क्या रहता है, there are people who smoke, ठीक है, जो सिगरेट फूकते हैं. क्या वो डेली क्या बोलते हैं कि कल से नहीं पीऊंगा, या मेरे बर्थडे के बाद से मैं नहीं पीऊंगा, आज पी लेता हूं. okay? जब मेरा वेडिंग एनिवर्सरी होगा उसके बाद मैं छोड़ दूंगा. So one part of your mind says कि I will quit smoking, right? But after 5 minutes, what happens? The other part of your mind works. It takes you to the cigarettes and you start smoking. The problem is, in our mind there are different minds. One part of mind says one thing, the other part of mind says something else. There is no integration between these two mind parts. Okay, now your habits, they see there are conscious level, subconscious level and unconscious level. There are 3 levels. कॉन्शियस लेवल, हम लोग जो क्वेश्चनिंग करते हैं, लॉजिकल थिंकिंग करते हैं, चलते हैं, घूमते हैं, दैट इज कॉन्शियस लेवल. देयर इज आल्सो सबकॉन्शियस एंड अनकॉन्शियस लेवल ऑफ योर एग्जिस्टेंस, योर माइंड. क्या होता है कि एक टाइम पे हम कहते हैं कि मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीऊंगा, फिर थोड़ी देर के बाद सबकॉन्शियस से वो फीलिंग्स आ जाती है जिसके ऊपर आपका कंट्रोल नहीं होता है, तब आप सिगरेट फूकना शुरू करते हो। फिर आप सोचते हो कि ये कैसे हो गया, मैं तो चाहता हूं सिगरेट छोड़ना, लेकिन ये हो नहीं पाता है। क्यों नहीं हो पाता है? क्योंकि these reflections they come from your unconscious level, वो वहां से काम करते हैं। मुद्रा is a science of integrating your unconscious with consciousness, right? So that the mind which is fragmented, your mind is basically a fragmented state. One part of mind says something, other part of mind says something else, and that is the reason you are whole day you are disturbed. Now mudras, there are different mudras. There are 15, some of the books they are mentioned there are 10 mudras, 15 mudras, there are 21 mudras. Okay, so the mudra is a subtle science, for channeling your pranic energy in your body. Okay, they help you to overcome your habits. They can help you to overcome your habits. Okay, you can conquer, you can overcome your subconsciousness behaviors, your unconsciousness behaviors. If you want to manage your habits, you can use some of the mudra techniques. See, Gyan Mudra is one of the technique of mudra. Mudra is very subtle science, yogic science. Okay. Now, so sit in Gyan Mudra. See, other part is ki your thumb. In yogic science, we say that your thumb represents super consciousness, that is God, and your index finger represents your individual consciousness. Your index finger represents individual consciousness. When you fold your index finger like this, so basically you are bowing down. आप क्या करते हैं? आप God को surrender करते हैं. You are surrendering yourself to God. Okay, this is the expression. Now, if you do this, what happens? One very, very subtle things happen in your mind, in your brain. Okay, now if you do this, in brain, certain neurons, there are neurons. Your brain is made up of neurons. Okay, brain cells are called as neurons. Whenever you think something, that pattern is created in your brain. If you think something, you learn something, so that creates a fixed pattern in your neuron, in your brain, and because of that we are easily able to do one action next time. If you do something first time, you feel difficulty, but you do the same thing again next time, then it is easier for you. Why it is easier for you? Because your neurons pattern, your path has been already created. That is the reason your habits, okay, you always come back to your home, consciously or unconsciously. You walk towards your home. Okay, even if you are returning to your home, what happens? You are thinking, but unconsciously you move to your home. Your leg moves towards your home only because that habit has been created, it has been formed in your brain. Right? Now, mudra helps you to break this pattern and create new patterns in your brain. Right? Now you can feel like this. Just do this and reverse it. This is called chin mudra. Up and down. This is called chin mudra. This is called as Gyan mudra and this is chin mudra. Right? Now, when you do like this and when you do, जब भी आप उल्टा करते हो तब आपका चेस्ट में कुछ होता है. Try to feel that. Chest in one position it opens and in another position it contracts. Try to feel this chest opening and chest contraction. Try to feel something happening in your chest. It is happening or not? So through mudra science, you can start sensing these things in your body. Okay? So as I told you, yoga is expansion of your consciousness. So these are the practices which will help you to expand your consciousness. The things which are happening unconsciously in your body, in your mind, you have to create consciousness, you have to be consciousness, you have to be conscious of those moments. Right? That is the objective of yoga. So this is, I think, now other part is ki through fingers, our body expel energy. Through these fingers, our body expels some energy. Now if you do this, it forms a circle. It forms a circuit in your brain also. Okay. Now when you put your palms on your knees, see, I asked you to put your palm, your hand on knees. Why? In knees, actually, there are some subtle pranic nadis which gets activated, which normally they are dormant, they are not active. But through these practices, you activate those nadis. Right? I think I have told you lots of things today. Okay. See, main yoga is a science. Yoga is a spiritual science. It is an experiential science. You can experience it. It is not a theoretical science. If somebody says it is theoretical science, he is talking nonsense. Our yogic scientists, they have experimented on different yoga exercises, practices, and that is the reason they have passed on those practices to us. Okay. So till now, I have not talked about you will get power, you will get materialistic, you will win, you will get success. Okay, forget about those things. So what is the meaning of success? Can anybody explain me what is meaning of success? Now you know about yoga. What do you mean by a success? Now, according to me, success is expanding your consciousness. That is the only meaning I see. When you expand your consciousness, then you can feel the interconnectivity of all the objects, the whole universe. So the whole universe is interconnected. Everything has consciousness, whether it is matter or living thing. Everything is living. There is no void. There is nothing like void in this universe. Okay. Everything is filled with life, with super consciousness. Now success, I feel that success is how you improve your consciousness so that I can feel the interconnectedness among all the objects, among the whole universe. Then I will go beyond my ego. I will overcome my self-centeredness. So as per yogic science, everybody, God has given birth to all the beings. We are all son of God. Okay. So we are all the same. Okay. Now, okay, so now we will go for breathing. We try to understand what breathing is, and then we try to learn different types of breathing. Now, breathing, through breathing, you take prana, you take oxygen, and that is prana. Okay, so your breathing is interconnected to your prana. So that is how you take prana in your body, and then that prana is being circulated to your body parts. Now these pranic channels, pranic nadis, they are in pranic body, not in your physical body. Okay, I told you there are 7 chakras. These 7 chakras are located in pranic body, not in your physical body. Okay. Now your pranic body is actually a template for your physical body. Pranic body is also called as astral body. So astral body is actually blueprint of your physical body. Now, so through breathing we take prana inside, and then prana is circulated to all your body parts. The first thing we need to understand, our breathing should be appropriate and should be correct. Because if it is not correct, then your physical body will impact energy body, and energy body will impact mental body. Okay, so all these three are interconnected. So we have to make our breathing proper. We have to make our pranic energy channeling, whatever is happening in our body, correct. We have to correct it. Okay, now keep your palm just below your nostrils and try to feel the air. Inhale and exhale. आप सांस लीजिए और सांस छोड़िए. And try to feel the air on your palm. क्या पता चलता है आपको? आपकी दाहिनी नाक या बाईं नाक, में से ज्यादा हवा आ रही है, जा रही है, और दूसरे नाक, अगर दाहिने नाक से ज्यादा जा रही है तो बाएं नाक से कम आ रही है, जा रही है. कैन यू फील दिस? राइट? दिस इज कॉल्ड एज the imbalance which is there in our body. It is called as this, as per yogic concept, this is disorder. Okay, now so actually as per our scientific investigations and as per yogic science, आपका दाहिना नाक या बायां नाक एक टाइम पे या तो दाहिना नाक चलता है और फिर 90 मिनट के बाद बायां नाक चलता है, फिर उसके 90 मिनट के बाद 90 मिनट्स के बाद दायां नाक चलता है. तो ये अल्टरनेटली चेंज होता रहता है. ठीक है? कभी क्या होता है, लेफ्ट बाएं नाक से ज्यादा हवा सांस आती जाती है और कभी उसके 90 मिनट्स के बाद फिर दायां नाक एक्टिवेट हो जाता है. राइट? नाउ हठ योगा इज अ साइंस ऑफ बैलेंसिंग these two pranic flows. Okay, Hatha yoga is for balancing these two pranic flows. Right? Now this left nostril is called as ईड़ा नाड़ी. इसको हम कहते हैं ईड़ा नाड़ी, लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल. इसको हम कहते हैं चंद्रा नाड़ी. ठीक है? दाहिने नाक को हम कहते हैं सूर्या नाड़ी, पिंगला नाड़ी, सूर्या नाड़ी. दाहिने नाक को हम कहते हैं सूर्या नाड़ी, पिंगला नाड़ी. पिंगला नाड़ी को हम लोग प्राणिक नाड़ी भी कहते हैं. इट इज रिलेटेड टू प्राणिक फोर्स, प्राणा. और बायां नाक जो है वो, उसको हम कहते हैं चंद्र नाड़ी, मून नाड़ी. ओके, इट इज रिलेटेड टू योर मेंटल फोर्स, इट इज रिलेटेड टू योर कॉन्शियसनेस. राइट? क्लियर? तो बायां नाक और दायां नाक, दायां नाक को हम लोग सूर्य नाड़ी बोलते हैं. इट इज रिलेटेड टू प्राणिक एनर्जी, प्राणिक फोर्स. आपका जो बायां नाक है वो बायां, लेफ्ट nostril, it is related to mental energy, mental force, and it is also called as, it is related to your consciousness. ठीक है? इसको हम लोग चंद्रा नाड़ी बोलते हैं. तो सी, जो सूर्य नाड़ी है वो थोड़ा गर्म होता है, चंद्र नाड़ी जो है ठंडा होता है. राइट? एक मिनट. सॉरी. ठीक है? अभी मोनू अभी ऑनलाइन हो कि नहीं?
हाँ.
हाँ, तो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करना रहेगा तो कौन सी नाड़ी चलनी चाहिए? अगर आपको खेतों में काम करना है जाके, तो आपको कौन सी नाड़ी चलनी चाहिए? आपकी सूर्य नाड़ी, क्योंकि इट इज रिलेटेड टू प्राणिक फोर्स. राइट? अगर आपको कोई लॉजिकल थिंकिंग करना है, सोचना है, अच्छा लॉजिकल कुछ थिंकिंग करना है, क्रिएटिव काम करना है, तो आपका कौन सा नाड़ी चलना चाहिए? चंद्रा नाड़ी, ईड़ा नाड़ी चलनी चाहिए. राइट? नाउ सूर्य नाड़ी इज masculine and ida nadi is feminine. ईड़ा नाड़ी has feminine attributes, feminine properties, and Surya Nadi has masculine properties, strong, bold, and बाया नाड़ी जो है इसमें फेमिनाइन कैरेक्टर है, स्त्री तत्व है इसमें, हम लोग बोलते हैं। आपको क्रिएटिव होना है, कुछ सोचना है, तो आपका बाया नाड़ी चलना चाहिए। लेकिन ये तो काम अपने आप होता है, राइट? मैंने तो अभी क्या बताया था, 90 मिनट्स एक चलता है, फिर उसका 90 मिनट्स के बाद दूसरा नाड़ी चलती है, राइट? हाँ, अगर आपको मान लो आपको पता चलता है कि मेरा बाया नाड़ी चल रहा है और मुझे कुछ फिजिकल वर्क करना है, ज्यादा फिजिकल फोर्स मुझे चाहिए, तो आपको सूर्य नाड़ी को एक्टिवेट करना चाहिए, राइट? अभी कभी आपने देखा ऋषि मुनियों को ऐसा बैठे रहते हैं, यहाँ पे दंड होता है, एक दंड देखा है, डंडा, एक दंड डाल के रखते रहे यहाँ पे, वो दंड जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, दंड का यूज क्या है, यही आप यहाँ पे दंड रखेंगे तो बाया नाड़ी एक्टिवेट होएगा, यहाँ पे दंड रखेंगे तो दाया नाक एक्टिवेट होएगा, समझ रहे हो? ठीक है। नाउ देयर आर सम योगिक टेक्निक्स थ्रू विच यू कैन चेंज योर नाड़ीज, ओके? जो जिसको आपको एक्टिवेट करना है वो आप एक्टिवेट कर सकते हो। नाउ दिस साइंस बिलोंग्स टू स्वर योगा. Swar yoga is one type of yoga. Swar yoga, where you put basically you try to study how your left nostril and right nostril works, and you just manage these functionalities through Swar yoga. Swar yoga is science of swara, sound. Now try to understand your swara, your sound is created through air, through your nose, right? So that is altogether a different advanced psychic brain science. Swar yoga is a psychic advanced brain science. Okay. Now do just keep try to observe your breathing. Okay. अभी हम क्या करेंगे कि हम लोग अपने सांसों पर ध्यान देंगे। हमको क्या करना है, अपनी सांसों पे ध्यान देना है। सी सांसों पर ध्यान क्यों देना है, आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं समझा? क्यों ध्यान देना है, कोई बता सकता है क्यों ध्यान देने का है? आपको सांसों पे ध्यान इसलिए देना है कि आपको अपना कॉन्शियसनेस को एक्सपांड करना है, राइट? You want to expand your consciousness. You want to observe. You want to understand what is actually happening, right? See, it is the only technique through which you can improve your consciousness. There is no other way, I am telling you. There is no other way. Your mind normally goes outside towards world, okay? आपका माइंड जो है बाहर की तरफ भागता है, उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है, हम लोग अंदर क्या हो रहा है हमारे शरीर में, हमारा बॉडी एक्चुअली एक यूनिवर्स है,